I'm starting my 14th year in Africa.
这14年来，新加坡人林燕兰每天清晨6点整都会准时在 Rafiki 村大门口等待第一名员工的报到。
Oh, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Thank you for coming to serve.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our night guards are here on a 12-hour shift from 6:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. The changing of the guards takes place at around 6:15. How are you this morning? What was the night like?
There was nothing abnormal. Everything was fine.
昨天夜晚一切如常，是林燕兰最希望听到的汇报。因为确保 Rafiki 村的安全，不只是保安人员的工作，更是她的责任。
It is important to me that before my night guards leave after their work, that I greet them. The only reason that I have been able to sleep is because they were not asleep. Thank you very much.
跟过去的13年一样 ，Rafiki 村的孩子们在林燕兰的保护之下，又展开了新的一天。
I wake up at 5 o'clock. I study for 1 hour, and then now I start preparing to come to school. When I grow up, I'd like to be a Minister of Finance. I don't know my father. My mother, she is not completely well with her mind. We'll wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I came in Rafiki village in 2004, and at that time I was like 5 years old. I don't remember anything about my parents or my sisters or brothers.
这里是位于非洲肯亚的 Rafiki 村孤儿院，里头住了99名失去双亲或是被父母遗弃的孤儿。Rafiki 孤儿院开办的学校也录取了住在附近的90名贫困孩子，到里接受免费教育。他们大多来自单亲家庭，不是没有父亲，就是失去母爱。对这些孩子来说，Rafiki 村或许是改变他们命运的唯一希望。每天早上听着孩子们大声唱着国歌，千里迢迢从新加坡远赴肯亚担任院长的林燕兰，每天都重复提醒着自己。这10几年来对孩子们许下的承诺。
This work is fairly long term, bringing up children, nurturing them, and ensuring that they will be able to stand on their 2 feet. It's a marathon. It's a daily marathon.
Rafiki 村位于肯亚首都奈洛比郊外的贫穷社区。虽然是非洲经济最发达的国家之一，肯亚多数人民还是生活在贫穷线下。全国4100万人口当中，有将近300万名孤儿在社会的夹缝中挣扎求存。相比之下 ，Rafiki 村的99名孤儿是幸运的。他们生活的地方曾经是肯亚第1任总统 Jomo Kenyatta 4姨太的周末休闲度假屋。
This is presidential land in the sense that it was part of the 4th wife, her dowry, when she married him. And this was his weekend home, and he entertained extensively on this piece of property when he was alive.
Jomo Kenyatta 总统在1978年过世后，这里就一直控制着，一直到14年前， 非营利团体 Rafiki 基金会前来设立孤儿院。
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, John. Thank you for coming to help prepare the breakfast. I have with me my breakfast helpers. They make sure that the tables are nicely presented in time to welcome the families that come in. They will be sorting out the plates by color. We have 3 colors. What are the 3 colors? White,
Light pink,
and dark pink. All right, because we would like every table to be beautiful. If a table is set in white, then everything will be white. If it is light pink, everything will be light pink. This is one way to engage them and to train them because they are growing up and they need to do things the right way. It is easy to go and employ a few more people. Then these children will always be served and not learning how to be useful and serving.
okay?
栽培孩子日后做个对社会有杰出贡献的人，是林燕兰对所有 Rafiki 孤儿和社区学生的期望。他只身从新加坡来到肯雅，多年来身兼多职，打理院内的大小事务。这个 Rafiki 村唯一的亚洲脸孔兼院长，就是要以身作则，让孩子和员工都明白。 不管做什么，都要全力以赴。
I am overall responsible for this village as the village director, but my responsibility also includes the financials, employment, the security of the village, purchasing the things that this village needs. It would be very similar to a CEO, a COO, a CFO, all in one. Good morning, staff. Have we cleaned up the rice?
I can say that Madam Milan has been my role model very much. Yeah, she does work with us. She does not come here and then tell you to do 1, 2, 3. When she tells you to do, she joins and to do with you.
All right, and over here, what are we preparing? On this side?
We're preparing tomatoes.
My staff have learned to work with me. Early is on time is late, late is unacceptable. What is outstanding here is the disciplines. I come from a very disciplined, structured society back home.
Madamine is very much an organizer. I would say we run very efficiently under Madamine's guidance.
Please organize them properly.
Keeps everybody on their toes, which is a good thing.
Come on, move it quick. Put down the baskets and back to the cottages.
这是非洲肯雅的首都奈洛比一个典型的贫民社区卡旺瓜瑞。这是一个新加坡人林燕兰相当熟悉的地方。这一天，他跟着当地的志愿者到卡旺瓜瑞的一所教会探访。
Jumbo, Missouri Sana, Abari.
迎接林燕兰的是一群在教会园区里吃着免费午餐的贫困儿童。每天下午，孩子们都会聚集在这里，享用着或许是他们一天当中最丰盛的一餐。
How many lunches do you serve a day here?
We serve lunch every day for children. This one's there are between 40 and 50 children that come for lunch.
Very good. And they are probably very happy because their tummies are full right now. How's the food? How's the food? Good.
因为教会的帮忙，孩子们都躲过了每天挨饿的命运。他们当中大多是因为父母需要工作而无法照顾他们，有一些是居无定所的街童，或者是举目无亲的孤儿。
Come, children. Candy, sugar. Come on with sugar.
Thank you.
Karibu. Karibu. Have you taken yours? Karibu. I hope you enjoy your candy. It's from Singapore.
每一次当林燕兰走访贫困社区或教会时，她都会留意是否有孤儿迫切需要得到 Rafiki 的照顾和保护。
When I visit the churches, there are opportunities that are presented to me where I do meet with some of the children who are homeless or need protection and care, and they are prospective candidates to become resident children for Rafiki. And on a separate occasion, I may revisit with my social worker to speak to the leaders of the church here to find out more about the children and their background.
这样的工作，林燕兰已经持续做了13年。
I was involved with other colleagues to go out and bring children who are orphaned or abandoned into this Rafiki Children's Home. When I see children who are uncared for, I feel a deep sense of responsibility.
从收养第1名孤儿开始，林燕兰不但负起养育孩子的责任，她也担起了对孩子们在法律上的义务。
Auntie Yin. Okay, we're going to wait here a little bit. All right, we'll wait here. We'll wait here. Yeah. Yes, I'm called Auntie Yin Lan. Yes. We'll wait here. We're going to see the magistrate.
带着 Rafiki 的承诺，林燕兰愿意为他们负责，直到18岁的法定成人年龄为止。因为曾经丧失父母或被家人狠心遗弃，孩子们每次到法院总是充满了恐惧。
Whenever I bring the children to court, they will just cling to me because they don't want me to leave and leave them behind. So they will all hang on to my skirt because thinking that they're going to be separated again. And I have to keep reassuring them that we are going to meet some important people, to sign some papers, and you will all come back with me.
这一张张照片的背后，隐藏了多少让人心酸的童年？一出世就被命运捉弄，大人们的无情更显示在一些孤儿的名字里头。
For example, a child came and had a horrible name called Taboo. She was not wanted when she was born. Her mother has passed away, and the distant relatives felt that she was taboo. So when we received her, I changed her name to Tabitha. It's a Bible name, and it's a good character name. One boy was found on the stepping stones of a school ground. He was listed as stepping stones. I called him Stephen, taking S-T-E-P from stepping stones. There were children who were born in Ward number 1, and the name was put Ward number 1. And of course, we cannot possibly do that, and I've given them a completely different name.
2004年，当时只有5岁的 Davis 被送到了 Rafiki 村孤儿院，因为3岁时被父母遗弃街头，当时的他以为自己再度被抛弃而强烈抗拒。
I refused to enter in the house. I wanted to go with the people who came with me. So I was fighting, biting people so that I can go back where I was.
现在的 Davis 已经习惯了 Rafiki 这个大家庭，也庆幸自己身边总是围绕着98个兄弟姐妹。他和另外11名男孩组成了一个小家庭，由 Rafiki 妈妈 Lydia 负责照顾。虽然外表看起来开朗，在 Davis 的妈妈眼中，他其实是个忧郁的孩子。
And sometimes when you go there, you just find him, he's just holding his, just holding like this, and he's thinking and thinking, and sometimes he's crying. So when you ask him what is bothering him, he just tell you, I'm just thinking about my life. Davis was asking me to tell him why he is here. Not only him, but all the boys. Those who are big now, who are turning 13 and 12, most of them, they want to know their history and why they are here.
12岁的 Davis 已经不记得自己3岁以前的生活，也不记得照顾了自己3年的父母长什么样子。
Sometimes I feel lonely. I've ever wished I had parents, or now I wish I would have seen my parents and know them, and also know who they are.
虽然身边总是有其他孩子陪伴，Davis 年幼的心灵却还是怀着遗憾。这些年来，他总是渴望有一天能投入爸爸妈妈的怀抱。
I told Davis, the love that you did not get from your father, you did not get from your mother, we can give you. Then when I said that, Davis started crying again.
Where's Jane? Jane? Why is Miss Millicent crying? Okay. I remember helping a little boy who was crying often. And when I asked him why, he told me that he had a bad dream. And in the dream, his mother died. Every time I sat with him, I would listen to him repeat this dream. And I shared with him that it is all right to cry when we are sad, and there's a time to grieve. However, when our tears are dried, we must move on. And I said that I am sure wherever your mom is, she'll be very happy to see you work hard in school, do well, and be useful.
在 Rafiki 这个大家庭，来自新加坡的林燕兰是孩子们的大家长。这里是他新加坡以外的第2个家，在这个特别的家，他感受到了熟悉的温暖。
I come from a large family. My parents lived from hand to mouth. And I remember as a child, from a very tender age, learning how to contribute. And so I have always been a people helper. When I see a need, I would like to be able to make a difference. Good morning, students. Good morning, Madam. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well.
远赴非洲肯亚投身慈善事业，林燕兰曾经在新加坡不同的政府部门担任相当重要的职务。
I worked with the medical and dental specialists of Singapore as a chief administrator. And in my capacity, I helped to put Singapore on the world map for healthcare.
任职公务员期间，他还曾经为国家栽培了不少出色的政府奖学金得主。
I worked with people in government who would make decisions for my country. Many of the scholars that I have groomed and supported are now playing very important roles in the Singapore society, both in the public and the private sectors. Hello, Joyce. Why are you running around the compound?
Because I'm rattled when you don't get any, you run.
I beg your pardon? Or why did you run?
就在林燕兰处于事业巅峰的时候，她受到了宗教的感召。1999年，她决定只身远赴非洲，重新开始。
How many rounds do you have to run this morning?
5.
5. How many have you completed?
4.
4. Okay, you're almost there. There were people who felt that I was wasting my time coming to Africa and that I was sacrificing a lot. As a Christian, I believe that life is meaningful when it is lived in the service of others, to participate in the work of Jesus Christ. So are we ready to go to Esther's place? Come, let's go.
今天，林燕兰跟同事 Jeffrey 随着一名7年班的社区学生回家做家访。
Esther, can you tell us a little bit about your neighborhood? Tell us about this place that you have lived in.
I've been living here since I was born.
Esther 出生长大的社区叫 Kasarani， 就在 Rafiki 村附近。Kasarani 是个贫穷的社区，工作机会非常少。这里的大多数居民都没有稳定的收入，不少人过的是简单甚至3餐不继的生活。
They rely on simple things, maybe selling vegetables, selling some second-hand clothes, just doing some manual work around there. So the community around there is below the middle class. Most of them are poor.
Habari, Shosho. Habari, Shosho. Habari, Shosho.
Esther 的家境也非常清苦。这次做家访，林燕兰准备向 Esther 的外公外婆汇报她的进展。
Esther's been doing very well. We have appointed her as class prefect.
When you see your child is doing well in the school, you know her life will be better.
Esther, will you tell your grandparents what you told me?
I would like to be a Minister of Finance.
I can get.
Minister of Finance.
Very good.
因为这里经常停水断电 ，Esther 每天放学之后都会赶紧把家里的餐具和校服清洗干净，以防遇到断电的情况。这个勤奋的学生还是会想尽办法翻开课本，定时温习功课。
If someone has given me money, I save it. And so if there isn't kerosene when the electricity is not there, I can contribute the money and it buys kerosene so that I can do the homework.
She do stand very hard. At 5 o'clock, she's on the table with a lamp. After supper, she continue up to 12 or 11 tonight.
Esther 是由外公外婆带大的，她和14岁的哥哥从没见过父亲，也不知道父亲是谁。她只知道母亲从没结过婚，也不愿意提起任何有关父亲的事情。
I don't know my father. I've never asked. I know that even if I ask, I can't be told the answer.
How was your day?
Not bad.
Where did you go?
I was just alone.
Esther?
Yes, please.
Mama? It's a good day.
Esther 家里的担子原本是由母亲和外公分担的。几年前 ，Esther 的母亲到外地工作时，突然被发现精神出现问题。母亲目前经常进出医院，但是病情却不见起色。
She talks to herself. After a few minutes, you see her laughing. She starts abusing people. If it's I, when I'm doing my homework, she starts disturbing. Some things like that.
It's heart-wrenching to see a child not having better, and yet she has never complained. Esther is blessed in it. We have found her and she's with us. And so Shosho says Esther is their only other hope at this time. And she's asked me to try my best to support her, and I will do my best. And we believe that education is the way to free and to liberate these children.
在 Rafiki 村的围墙外，贫穷社区家庭的孩子每天都需要面对3餐温饱的问题。得不到社会的援助，许多孩子无法专心念书，甚至被迫辍学，出外工作帮补家用。因为社会环境复杂，少女未婚先孕的情况也变得相当普遍。
If Esther was not in school and being taught the ways of God, and she was left on her own to fend for herself and to discover life, she would be placed in many endangered places, including being sexually exploited or becoming pregnant at an early age.
At school, I think of her as my mother. She encourages me. Like when she asked me what I would like to be, I said I would like to be a cashier, but she added me more courage and strength by showing me the right way of being a Minister of Finance.
1 and 3 and 51.
Rafiki 学校的190名学生当中，将近一半来自 Kasarani 社区。一般上，当地的孩子都在政府学校上课，而 Rafiki 学校只选择录取那些家境贫穷、只有单亲或是失去双亲的孩子。
If they were in a public school where the government has granted free primary education, but it is still one teacher to 80 students, and they have to share their books and erasers and pencils and take turns to use these implements.
Make sure you have your pencil ready.
But here in our school is one teacher to 18 students, and therefore they have a lot more attention and they improve significantly in their academic studies.
Madam Yinlan has brought a lot of changes here to the community, I would say. If she didn't do that, these children who are here, almost 200 children, would be a waste. They would be thieves, they would be robbers, because they will have nowhere to go. They will have nothing to depend upon. So the only way is to involve themselves with bad, evil things. But this village, through her leadership, has enabled us to harness these children and make them good future citizens of this country.
Rafiki 村内的生活跟外面的世界相比之下，显得比较安逸。孩子们在课余时间也需要动手劳作，但是劳作的目的不是为了帮补家用，而是为了不跟社会脱节。
Mama, you can leave that one, okay? Just leave that one. Can you hold it proper? Let me show you how to hold it. You hold it like this, okay? I want you to bring this one down. The whole of that one, you bring it down. Here in Africa, most of our land in Kenya is productive. We have to introduce them to knowing how the food we eat, where they come from, and how they are grown. And it is also part of their subject in science and in agriculture.
这13年，林燕兰为孩子苦心营造了一个跟墙外世界截然不同的环境。这样的环境对很多当地人来说是超乎想象的。
Visitors who have come through our gate are immediately pleasantly surprised that this place is very orderly. It is peaceful, it is pleasant, and it is very different from outside. And I think this is the norm. This should be the norm.
2012年1月的一个宁静下午 ，Rafiki 村的防盗警报器突然响了起来。
Yes, our alarm is on and we are not able to deactivate it. Okay, is the response company coming right now?
警报声响起，意味着或许有不速之客已经闯了进来。林燕兰如此紧张，是因为有好几次 Rafiki 村差点就发生了持械抢劫案。
It's going to be all right. Just stay calm.
直到保安队伍的出现，他才稍微松了一口气。
Okay. Jumbo, thank you for responding to our call. There is something that has gone wrong with the system, and so it has been triggering and sounding. And it makes everyone, especially the children, very nervous. When are they sending the technician?
I'm sending during the course of the day.
All right, the day is coming to the end pretty soon. But what do you suggest that we do if the technician does not come before nightfall?
We can stand by here until they bring the technician.
Okay, so you're going to stay put here?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll lock the gate and you won't be able to leave until your technician comes. That's the deal.
No, we will leave. Then we will change with the night guards. Then they will come.
No, you bring your technician here first and then I'll release you. It's a deal. You're not leaving until we get this solved. All right? You're not leaving. You can keep the gate locked. The Kasarani district has been listed as one of the districts to avoid. There really isn't very many safe places left.
幸好经过保安技师检查之后，证实警报声是因为机械故障引起的。虽然只是虚惊一场，林燕兰却不敢掉以轻心。
Earlier this month, there was an attempted attack by two armed thugs, and God protected us and we locked down safely. It was a Friday evening. At about 8 o'clock, my guards told me that two armed thugs were asking to be let in. The alarm sounded and the two thugs panicked and they ran around the wall. The guard did not give chase because they were armed and he wasn't. And I called the flying squad, the police which is down the railway track, and they came very quickly. The alarm response company came, the divisional police came. So we had more than a dozen police enforcement people to help us. Thankfully, we did not find the thugs, and they must have ran off after the alarm sounded.
虽然饱受惊吓，那却不是林燕兰在 Rafiki 村最恐怖的经历。2007年12月，肯雅总统大选成绩揭晓后，引发了全国大暴动。肯雅宣布进入紧急状态 ，Rafiki 村里的所有人都开始恐慌起来。
Kenya was classified as a failed state because the country was burning itself to the ashes. Churches were burned, homes were destroyed, persons were killed, there were armed militia. It was not even safe to leave the village.
当局势越演越烈的时候，各地的外国人都争先恐后离开这个危险的国家。当时的林燕兰和外国志愿者也面临了一个重大的抉择。
And all the children and the mamas came to my office to ask me if I was leaving. And I said, no, I wasn't. And they all sighed relief and together said, thank you very much for staying. I think that was a very significant moment of acceptance, and that they would take my word for it, and that I will not just disappear in the night. My name is Yin Lan, and I have 99 children. I'm from a tiny little island called Singapore.
Anatoka Singapore.
这是一个专门为寡妇主办的聚会。 出席的20多名妇女都患上了艾滋病，她们的丈夫大多是因为艾滋病相关疾病去世的。
How do we support you? We work with your leaders to buy your products, all of your handcrafts, and we pay you shillings so that you have a living income. For example, this skirt that I'm wearing is made by one of the widows. So I'm here to support you.
kwa hivyo yuko hapa kutusaidia.
他们是社会不愿正视的一群，失去了丈夫，带着孩子，却又找不到工作。在艾滋病的夹缝中，这些寡妇只能学习一技之长，制造手工艺品，谋求生计。
Thank you. Let me put it on you.
同时期待善心人士伸出援手。
This is a long one. Oh, there's a lot of hard work. Okay, so how long do you take to make a necklace?
4 days.
4 days to make a necklace. It's pretty.
Thank you.
We buy off their products and take them to the Rafiki Exchange in the US and sell them so that the women will have direct income.
I just want her to do the way she.
All proceeds from sale of their product return directly to the women, and they have been very happy that we are able to support them. Otherwise, they don't have a market for their products.
Sally 在丈夫去世之前，过的是简单宁静的生活。她从没想到自己会患上艾滋病，还因为艾滋病，人生起了翻天覆地的改变。
I've been a widow since 2000. He died from TB, which was caused by HIV. In Luo culture, when your husband died, the brother of the husband inherits you. But me, I refused.
You just lost your husband, and another man of the family is willing to support you. Why did you turn away?
He'll be just like using you, and it's a way of now encouraging the disease that is, what do we call it?
Passing on the HIV
something like that,
virus.
丈夫去世之后 ，Sally 带着3个孩子投靠自己的父母，却被他们赶了出来。她的女儿也因为母亲患上艾滋病，在学校被同学嘲笑。
The daughter of my neighbor, they were schooling in the same class, and that daughter used to tease her that your mom is a prostitute.
Oh,
Then I tell her that to go and tell her mom to go and test herself too, because you cannot say somebody is positive unless you yourself you're proven right. And I'm not a prostitute, as they are saying. So when she went, she told the lady, she said in Kiswahili that hata wewe endo ambie mamako ajipime. Even you go and tell your mom to get tested, because you might be talking to me and yet your mom is positive. Funnily enough, the mother was positive.
Oh, sorry. I look up to her and I admire her strength. She truly has overcome many very difficult situations. And at times, I consider them tragedies. And yet she has risen from the ashes. And she says she must move on for the sake of her children. I too must move on and carry on with this work for the sake of the 99 children that God has given me and the 90 more day students whom we're trying to bring up that they may be good citizens for Kenya.
Madam, may I touch and dry parade out?
Permission granted.
Thank you, madam.
开办 Rafiki 村至今已经有14年了，孩子们也一天天的长大了。林燕兰接下来的计划就是增设男女宿舍，让开始进入青春期的孩子有更大的生活空间。
The boys' residence hall is like one school block building. Ideally, we would have moved them at age 12. However, at the time, we did not have funds. So it's delayed, but we are thankful that we have it now, and they're all looking forward, excited to move in.
男宿舍已经步入完工阶段，很快的就会有20名年纪较大的孩子搬进来，一直住到18岁为止。
There are 5 bedrooms, each bedroom to accommodate 4 boys. This is the lounge, the living room for all the boys to visit and to sit. We are supported by donors from all over the world, primarily Asia and America, to allow these buildings to be constructed. Our children are sponsored by well-wishers and supporters of this work. So everything on this village is supported by sponsorship. The hymn for this week.
Rafiki 村54名员工的薪金也全都来自民间捐款，因此他们的薪酬并不丰厚。
We are a charitable institution, and the orphans can never pay us. And so I make it very clear to them at the beginning that if you are here because of pay, then you have come to the wrong place. I do not draw an income. I'm a volunteer.
虽然薪酬不高，员工们其实都知道，自己努力付出的回报和满足感是不能够用金钱来衡量的。
In Rafiki, yeah, a woman is treated equally like anybody. Yeah, they respect my leadership. You can lead men and women all together. But outside, you cannot lead men. You cannot tell a man to do something. You cannot call a man to come and help you in anything, no.
Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy. Enjoy, John.
Our director is a very understanding woman. She encourages us to work hard, and she's a warm-hearted woman. She's approachable. We don't fear her. We respect her very, very much.
Is this part of the sewer system?
No, this is sock pit.
All right, so this is the soak pit that is 2.5 meters deep. Okay.
Missionary work is not easy. One needs to dedicate herself or himself to that service. We may not be able to get a local person with the understanding and the knowledge and the skills that she has to be able to run a village like that, like this one here.
Acrobats that are jumping from trapeze to trapeze. By the 1860s,
虽然还有6年才满18岁，虽然还有6年他才需要面对跟家人朋友分离的命运，但是 Davis 却已经不由自主想象那一天的到来。
Sometimes I think of the time my friends will get to come out of Rafiki. Sometimes the time I'll be in the dormitory seeing people leave Rafiki, and also myself, and how I should prepare for that now.
He doesn't want to leave Rafiki because he doesn't know after that where he is going. He is very little, he is small, he is not even 15, and he is singing about his life.
you see, this is the cricket steam engine with a digging shaft. And we hope that what we are doing with them and for them all these years that they're here will prepare them well. This work is unfinished business. I would like to be able to see and take the first set of children to the university. Now, no running.
这里已经是林燕兰的第2个家。每隔1年，她都会回新加坡一趟，跟牵挂着自己的年迈母亲见面，同时解除自己对家的思念。
I miss homes at certain times of the year, during Chinese New Year, for example, or when there is my mom's birthday. She's 82, and probably not very many good years left. And so it is important to me that if I have the opportunity, I would like to be able to see her. Push me higher, stronger! Come on! Let's see whether I can go further than Davis. I'm using my life in a very meaningful way to serve the least ones. No regrets at all.
Randall, away, move away. Randall.
If I have to redo this work, I will redo it minus all of my mistakes. As long as God enables me and adequately funded to be able to remain on the field with Rafiki, I am willing to continue with this work because this is family.